Just like a great rock and roll song needs a great bass line, every great dish needs fantastic olive oil. Just like that bass line pulls the tune together, olive oil keeps all those wonderful ingredients in check and makes it make sense. Well, there's a couple of olive oil artists, a couple of olive oil musicians up in the Perth Hills that are taking their love for olive oil and turning it into olive oil Grammys. Today, I'm lucky enough to have been invited to sample the sweet oil of Tarralea. What started out as a hobby for Barry and Ann has overtaken their Jarrahdale property. Look at these trees and the processing plant. How slick is this? And of course, pride of place, the holy grail, the Perth Royal Food Awards, won by a little oil that left the judges scratching their heads. So it takes a bit to take out the gold medal. This is the good stuff here, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What's the factor? Why did you win?
Blending your good varieties, and also this special one, we have one particular olive which originates in Tanzania, and it's called Baroni.
Right.
It's usually only produced every 2 years, and this brought out the best of it. And it took out gold in Perth, in Adelaide, and in the international show.
Barry, you don't just compete in the Olive Oil Awards, you're also a judge. Tell me, did you give your entry a bit of a nudge?
Definitely not, no. If you've got oil in the show, the oil goes to a different panel.
So what do you look for when you're judging?
Fruitiness, a good aroma, and a good pungency, and a little bit of peppery kick at the back of the throat, which lingers on.
Now, you could be forgiven for thinking Barry has been doing this all of his life, but far from it. So you had a great olive experience at the age of 13.
Yes.
You're almost to retirement, you take a left-hand turn, decided to become an olive farmer. What happened?
Because people, when they retire, they usually sit down, do nothing, and they die. You've got to have something to keep going, and the interest was there, and it just fell into place, as simple as that.
And it just so happens that this bit of land is perfect for growing olives. Is that true?
Yes, because it's gravelly, and it drains from under the roots of the trees. Olives don't like wet feet. The nutrients in the soil, which we're put into with the mulch, it goes under the trees after we've processed, and that makes them like they are. And pruning, reticulation, and just caring for the trees.
Barry and Ann just love this olive grove, and pruning their trees to a shape they believe helps them produce award-winning drops. So I noticed as we're walking around, the trees have got quite a different shape, haven't they?
That's to allow the sunshine in, so all the olives are ripening on the inside as well as the outside.
So you go along and do the pruning?
Absolutely by hand.
Ah, right. So that's a process to make sure that it catches as much sunshine and delivers the highest quality fruit you can.
And it makes it easier for us when we're harvesting as well.
Now, notice you've got some citrus-infused oils. Do they come from the plants on the property?
Absolutely. Citrus here, and that's put into the oil in the processing stage. And then we have garlic infused as well, which one of my customers grows for us.
And they must be onto something, because last year they took out Best WA Oil at the Perth Royal Food Awards against 128 other entries. And that title is only possible thanks to the brilliant work of the Royal Agricultural Society of WA, a not-for-profit organisation that drives the Perth Royal Food Awards, helping us all identify the best in the West. Nutritionists the world over have been banging on forever about the life-giving properties of olive oil. Maybe a better argument is watching these two, Ann and Barry, striding around their property full of verve and life. Barry was telling me that his mum loves smashing this stuff. Next February, she turns 100. I don't reckon 2 bottles is enough. I'm getting some more.